All right, it's saying we are live. Welcome, everybody, to episode 14 of RevUp Daily. My name is Nina Brennan, and I'm joined by my partner and Jonathan Poransky, and we are the co-founders of Scaling Lean. So every day, Monday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, we go live, just sharing the tidbits of the sustainable scaling that we see in the online space. What's working, what's not working, what's shifted over the years, what's really working in real time is what we want to talk about. So today, what we're going to go over is the business model that has worked for us and how it's transformed over the years. So, with that being said, JP, I'm going to pass it over to you. You could introduce the topic in depth, and then we'll go right in.
Absolutely. Yeah. Welcome to the RevUp Daily, everyone. This past week's been awesome. We've had a new cohort. We got about 8 business owners inside of that. It's been really awesome to see the different niches that folks are coming in. We have folks that are in the diabetes niche, helping women overcome type 2 diabetes. We have relationship coaches, both on the men and women's side, which is pretty cool, Nina. And then we have a high performance coach that is really amazing. It's kind of awesome to learn about Tav, man. He's got some major impact and a lot of experience in the field. So yeah, shout out to you all for taking action. The school community is absolutely lit up. Lots of engagement, people dropping in their offers. We're giving them critiques on their pitches and stuff like that today. If you're not part of the school community, just hop over to the 4 Weeks of Profit community on school. You'll likely find it below this video or linked in our bio. If you're on YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, give us a follow. And yeah, let's hop in. We wanted to go over a little bit of the 3C's business model today and just how we help folks go from idea all the way up to 100K plus months, right?
Yeah. So this just poses the question is like, what do we think is the best business model online and just in general overall? And what you'll see is a lot of people are pushing like Amazon FBA, people are pushing drop shipping, people are pushing coaching, people are pushing community, whatever it is, social media content and selling affiliate products, whether it's high ticket or low ticket. But over the years, what we've learned is like the 3C's business model is the best way to create your own business and have a multiple streams of income coming in. So what that is, 3C's, it stands for course, coaching, and community. And the reason that we say that having the combination of the three is so crucial is because there's a way to nurture leads inside of an ecosystem. There's a way to sell different products around one idea and one outcome. And it's a way to like build trust and authority very easily in the online space and keep lifetime value buyers. So when somebody becomes a buyer, they can move at their own space, time, and speed inside of your programs, but they still continuously buy if you do this 3C's business model correctly. So they'll come in, they'll buy at their own pace, and then eventually they'll get to the end all be all with it, which is your flagship program, if you set it up correctly of that know, like, and trust factor, the value and the delivery, etc.
Absolutely. Yeah, Nina. And just to kind of clarify that a little bit is like we are a business that helps people sell their expertise and information online, right? Whether you're an expert at pickleball or an expert at helping people build real estate portfolios or whatever that is for you. That's where we've really found our purpose and passion in helping people really monetize their information online. And it's gotten so much easier over the years with the evolutions of AI. We particularly use Claude.ai for most of our content creation, email marketing, funnel building, the whole 9 yards. We create awesome brand books and get super clear and focused on the people that we want to help and build all of our assets behind that. So yeah, Nina, that was also, I just want to bring that up there because oftentimes people kind of they kind of put us in boxes in times of like, oh, you guys are course creators, but we're way more grand than that. We simplify the scaling process, right? We have a CRM product called conversionpro.io. So that becomes part of the mixture as we begin to evolve our 3C's business model. But at the very base level, we just help people launch their offer in a simple 4-week transformation and then get market validation. So they're not spending time spinning their wheels creating and building products and services that don't even sell, right? I sat there for 12 months. You sat there for some time as well, and it doesn't need to be that way, right? So overall, the number one thing and best place to start, Nina, is just probably like our community-based thinking, right? Like we've always been a company that focused on fostering community and intimate connection, whether that's locally, the event we're hosting at the end of the month, or here on Facebook, and now on school as well. So why don't we go a little bit deeper on just our community first approach and how that really helps us not only serve our clients inside of our transformation, but also helps them build a tribe and really build a movement behind what they're really good and purpose driven around.
Yeah, so the reason that we really lean into community, especially in the online space, is because social media, a lot of people talk about like omni-channel rather than omnipresence, right? And omni-channel is being on multiple platforms, trying to grow your audience and just like get as much quote unquote virality and digital real estate. And it puts people in this space and time of like creating. It's that content hamster wheel that we always talk about of people creating on social media. They're kind of getting trickled in sales. It's the post and pray method. Whereas when you put a community as like that nurturing hub as the secondary, all you really need is a strong audience. And you could have less than 1,000 people and still make $25,000-$30,000 a month with this like very small audience and one platform that you're driving people from. And like this is where the content comes in, is pick one platform and you could either run paid advertising and or just build your organic presence. And everyone that you talk to and have conversations with, or your call to action, it drives them into a community hub. And the reason that we say community is so essential is because on platform of social media, if you have an active and engaged follower, they're going to see 1 in every 7 posts that you post. Whereas if they're an active member inside of your community, they're going to see every single post. So if you're posting daily, if you're showing up live, if you're sending them DMs and you're really just putting them in this community, it's a nurture hub that they're going to see your valuable content. They're going to understand exactly who you are. You're going to give them a place to go to find the information that they're looking for, and it's going to build that know, like, and trust. And I'm not demonizing social media. Social media is a great place to build, I guess you can say, like social clout. But at the end of the day, it's such a fast paced environment. Like, think about when you're scrolling on social media, you'll probably see the same message 10 times over. And it's like, who do you follow? Who's going to be your person that's like leading you in the right direction? Whereas if you get that micro commitment, yes, of someone coming from on platform to off platform into your community, you have that strong micro yes, and it's on your nurturing process to turn them from like follower to fan and then fan to buyer. And that's like that middle impact of community of this is exactly what you're going to get if you buy my product, enter my community, check out my lead magnet, you're on my email list, you connect with other community members. It's the vision and the place that you're taking them inside of this like ecosystem online.
Yeah, absolutely. And I'd say as time evolves, we've seen community become even stronger. And like the folks that we've been around, whether we've bought into their mentorship programs or sat on podcasts with major influencers like Russell Brunson, Jeremy Minor, Brad Lee, these type of folks, their futuristic vision is around community being more important, right?
Mhm.
What's going to evolve and potentially happen here in the near future is it's going to be easy to create software because AI is going to be able to build that for you. But one thing it cannot create and duplicate is your sense of community and building a relationship with folks, whether that is virtually or in person, right? So as long as we just go at it with if we come in communication with someone and maybe right now is not the right time, we still cultivate and provide value and information and resources inside of our community to help nurture them along and also just help them level up, whether that's them just taking a first step and seeing if this is for them or growing to that next big monument inside of their business. And we find that community-based thinking and culture that we cultivate just helps, extend the buyer cycle in some senses and also minimize it in other senses, right? So it's just a great place to really serve our folks at the best level, right?
Yeah. And I was actually thinking about it because I was putting together the community portion of our cohort for today. And one of the questions that I asked was, did you ever buy a product or service, even if it's just like 500, 997, $2,000 price mark without actually entering the ecosystem in the community? And like, it depends on really the generation, right? The answer is yes and or no. And for my generation and for how I consume content online, every single high ticket program that I ever entered into, I was inside of the group looking at case studies, testimonials, how they post, how they show up online, looking to see if I'm able to connect and understand the learning style and if I connect with the learning style of the coach and or business owner that's like teaching what I wanted. And the answer is like, yes, I am like an active community member of like I get into a community. I connect with the owners right away if there is like a viable place to do that. And I really like stalk their nurturing system before, and I didn't even know it even like when I first started business online. Sam Ovens got me. He like got me on his email list. He retargeted me with ads. He brought me inside of his community, and like that's where they did like the live case studies that I binge watched. And like even when I didn't have the money, I was like, I need this program because of the community that he's built. And
Mm.
it's like that's the power of like bringing someone into your ecosystem and nurturing them the right way. And the reason that we talk about the 3C's business model, just to loop it back, is like you could have your free community, which is like what we're talking about now. But in terms of like buyers, if somebody wants to buy the course section and or the community support section and or the coaching, it's like somebody who sees the value in the free community. If you offer them like a paid community, and they already see the value here, and then there's a little bit of exclusivity here, it's the first step into the buyer's pocket because you're bringing them into like that inner circle that you're fostering and catering to. And they see where the results are coming from. It's like you have a ton of free content, but the clients that are working with you is like where there's the gap between like where they are consuming free content and the clients that know, like, and trust you and have worked with you. So it'll incentivize your prospects to leap into paid. And that's like the first step of buying. And then we were talking about it on Monday with 3C's. It's like when somebody buys like a course and or a community, like if you just buy a course without the community and accountability aspect, it ends up in the course graveyard. Where in terms of community, it actually increases the likelihood of someone of completing a course by 340%. So that alone right there, there's like an incentive to have two of the 3C's that we're talking about. But a course and community, you can have it for like a mid ticket, maybe like $500 if you want to do it for the year. But if you really want to do high ticket, that's where like the premium coaching comes into play, whether it's like one-on-one time with you, group coaching aspect, or you having coaches under you. Like it raises the value because it expedites the results of the clients that you're working with. So that's where the 3C's come into play. It's you're giving the buyer or the prospect the buying power back to move at their own space and time, but then there's like expedited ways to like get the result. And like this comes with the different buyer pockets that we see. And the people that are like fast to take action and want results right away, they shoot straight to the top and will buy your premium product and service. Whereas other people, sometimes they're slower to buy, they are slower to trust, they want to move at their own speed, and that's totally valid and okay. Great. Instead of just having one product and service like a lot of people do, and they hit that boom and bust cycle of, okay, I have one service, one product, everything else is just no. It's like, great, you can't afford this or you're not ready for this, you don't have the time or whatever the excuse is to not join. Great. Join this program here or join this program here. And it gives again them the buying power rather than like that old school mentality of like you're in or you're out. And like that's how the market has shifted over the years is people are really looking for like support for their outcome, but also to be in charge of like how they make decisions. It's a sophisticated market out there with all the marketing technology.
Yeah, absolutely. That makes a lot of sense, 100%. And we like to think of the course as more of like a reference guide. Like when you're in school, like generally you have some type of reference materials that you reference and then you do your homework, right? So it's like show up to the group coaching call every week or your one-to-one session, whatever that looks like, depending on the level. And then if it's I need to integrate and build my pixel or build my funnel or launch my offer, then it's like, all right, plug into this module and just focus on that one section for the next 7 to 14 days, right? And then that really helps. The process that we found is like just buying into the course that's self-led and self-learning. It doesn't really serve folks, and people don't keep that momentum at times, where if we use it more of as a reference guide, it just helps a lot better because we're more like just guiding them through the process of learning, right? And it's kind of done with you but also like done for you, in the sense that like we can just point them to something and then there's like templates there and like chat scripts and ad scripts and all the things, right? So
Mhm.
really the trifecta, the coaching, community, and course, it just kind of all compounds on itself. And it also helps us gain leverage as we scale because we'll break this down potentially on tomorrow's live. Like we initially launched with like a 4-week program where that's not as leveraged, right? We optimize for feedback. It's more of one-to-one. And we just want to get information back on the marketing hypothesis that we create, then as we gain that leverage, then we build assets that will serve that audience. And that allows us to extend our transformation, raise our prices, and gain leverage into group coaching offers, and add more clients and grow from there, right? So it's really an awesome model we've used with over 250 plus clients and at this point. And yeah, it's been an amazing journey.
Yeah. And I just want to bring up a last point here in terms of like how you just described how we build a course, right? So anyone who's watching this, I'm sure that you have bought into a course before and where you were thinking about it, whether it's low ticket or high ticket, and like you bought it, you were really excited for like the first week, and then it was like, I don't, or you enter it and you become very overwhelmed. And there were a lot of courses that we bought into that even had the coaching aspect to it, JP. And like speaking from experience, there was so much content inside of the course. It was like I did not know where to start and or what to watch next. And it was kind of like I was just like bouncing around based on like what I thought I needed because it wasn't really set up in like a week 1, week 2, week 3. Or I bought in and it was like, oh, like we already have like week 1, week 2. And then after like week 3, there wasn't like a systematic outcome. So it's like, oh, we need this, so we have to watch this. Oh, we need this, so we have to watch this. Whereas like the way that we approach course creation is like using that feedback loop that you just mentioned of if you hear the same question 1 to 3 times, that's a course module that you should be creating. And it's a win-win for both you and your clients because it's like they come in, it's like, oh, like if you have a question about XYZ, like there's a module inside the course. Let's attack higher leveraged questions to get you faster to the outcome. So you become a better coach and they're doing like these redundant tasks because you know it's redundant because multiple people have asked you this question. It's like, great, go inside the course, watch that. We don't even have to tackle it. You can do it on your own. It's very simple. Let's tackle something that's a little bit more complex. And that's like the beauty of like the course and the coaching is like having these like redundant things where you don't have to be doing it over and over and over again. And they could get the result without having to like you hold their hand. And then the things that are actually higher leverage, you can actually coach on. So
Absolutely, 100%. Yeah, love that.
all right, take us out, JP.
Yeah, so fire, like we got loads of stuff going on right now, which is awesome. September's a really busy month for us. Right now we're in day 3. We're about to enter day 3 of the 4 weeks to profit cohort. If you're not part of that, no big deal. Just hop into the community. You can follow along. There's lots of activity. You can kind of see what folks are doing, and then potentially hop in for our next round. Not sure when we're going to do that, full transparency, but maybe beginning of November or January or something. But the frameworks are in the community and we'll be able to guide you no matter what you decide. Second thing, if you're going to Growth Hacker Live next week in San Diego, Nina and I will be going for Monday and Tuesday. We'd love to connect with you there. Amazing conference. Big names like Adley will be there. And man, it's a stacked list. If you go to growthhackinglive.com, I think you can't buy tickets anymore, unfortunately, but Andy Audette will be there, Jason Fladlin, Perry Belcher, lots of headlines. Super excited for that. So again, if you're going to that, let us know. We'd love to connect. And then next Thursday, Friday, Saturday, we're doing a 3-day event for paid clients and a 1-day event for local folks here in Scottsdale at the AI Surfer headquarters. Let us know if you want that. It's sign up only. We have limited seats left. I think we only have like 10 or 15 seats left, Nina. So you can't get in unless you do have an invite, right? And you can bring someone with you, but it's very important that you get signed up. And if you're watching this and you signed up from one of our ads, but you didn't sign up through Loomly, we're going to be sending out a text Friday and Saturday to make sure you do, because if you don't sign up through Loomly, we're not going to let you in the door. It is pretty serious. It's only like, this is a paid area to get into. Like it's not free. We're extending our free board membership and live event to folks for free. So you get to experience AI Surfer headquarters. It's an amazing venue, lots of amazing people in the community. And it's going to be an awesome day where we speak about our AI sales system, a lot of the prompts we've been using to develop storytelling, emails and content and ads and email sequences and like the whole 9 yards. It's going to be an awesome day. We've got amazing speakers. We've got Professor Danny from Instagram. He's a viral content coach that's worked with folks like Lauren Tinkner and Andy Elliott and major creators. We also have Eric Forner. Shout out to you, Eric, 2Com Club winner. He'll be speaking on storytelling. We got Brian Bogart, which is an amazing speaker and AI innovator in the business space. He's also an executive high performance coach. So yeah, it's going to be a barn burner day. We hope to see you out in Phoenix, Arizona. If you're local, just let us know. We'll toss you over the invite. And with that being said, I think we can conclude this one.
Yeah, see you guys tomorrow.